Hello, everyone. This is Spirit Connections by Angela. I'm doing something a little bit different today, and I want to kind of just show you my setup here. I'm going to try to do a pick a card. And I just wanted you to kind of see the things that this is always around when I'm doing your readings, all of these things. But you don't usually see it, so I thought I would do it a little bit different so that you could see. I'm going to raise this up just a tiny bit because I want you to be able to see my beautiful crystal ball. This is a new addition. Some dear friends of mine gave that to me. They told me because I help them so much, and they wanted to give me a thank you gift. And so I absolutely love it and the energy that it brings. Next to that, we have my owl who gives me wisdom and clarity of vision. If you think about the American Indians and how they connect with the animals, and they all have their own energies that they bring into your life. And with the owl sees very clearly at night. They catch those little mices or those big rabbits or whatever it is that they get for their food at night. So they have clarity of vision and they have wisdom. So I have that. Here I have the selenite, which clears all the cards, all my whole space, and it does not need to be recharged. I use it also to help keep negativity at bay. Before I even sit down and get everything all set up, I do a blessing for my space. I call in the guardians of the four directions, Father Sky and Mother Earth, and ask them to keep my space sacred and safe. Okay, I have over here a wand that a friend of mine made. You can see it's got this power button. So once I get everything set up, then I just sort of hit this button and it energizes everything, and I feel like it helps to protect the space better. It increases all of the energies of the items that I use. Also, what you can't see over here is my little incense pot. I started using Palo Santo because some of the places I go, the sage is too messy. I love the sage. I love smudges, but because of some of the incantations that I work while I'm holding the sage, I can't hold my abalone shell and the sage and my incantation. And I needed an extra hand basically, and so I've gone to the Palo Santo. This is my rattle. Again, I use this to get the attention of the spirit guides that I work with. This kind of just lets them know, hey, I'm going to be working and I'm going to need your assistance soon. I always try to keep clear quartz near me for clarity. And I believe this was gifted to me also, but I believe that this is gold obsidian and I use it for grounding. I also keep, I can't remember what the name of this is. It's over here in one of my drawers, but this is basically, it helps with the electronics that I use. It keeps the energy away. When I'm working out in the world, I usually have my phone handy, so I will just kind of keep that in between me and my phone when I'm working so that those energies will stay away. When I'm home, however, which is where I am now, I have my computer and all of those gadgets. Like this is my printer is here, and my screen is here, and my keyboard is here, and so hopefully that will keep everything at bay. This is a little piece of hematite. I just keep it close by. Again, that's good for grounding. This is my dragon for protection and strength. And I keep a lot of small things in this box that I often pull out. Oh, I'll just show you. Here's a few of my favorites. Here's my lighter. This is my incense that I love, my favorite incense. But the most recent acquisition, let me see if I can find it. I love this. I got this when I was working in Colorado. Do you see it's a sphere that has a flower in it? But if you switch it just like so, you can see that it's a fairy. Now let's see if I can get it so that you can actually see her. You see her? There's her head, and there's her legs, and her little arms and everything. And so I love the fairy energy, so I keep her close as well. In fact, I intended to put her out. I'm going to put her right here so that she can help keep an eye on us. Okay, everything else can go back in the box for now. All right, so that is it. Now, enough of me talking. I'm just, like I said, I hope you guys have a lot of patience. I just wanted to let you kind of know how I set up my energy field. Then, so I want you to just go ahead and pick a card or a deck, and then I will do, so I'm going to do 4 readings, and I'll keep them fairly basic if I can. I'm going to have to, make them be general readings because you're not sitting here in front of me. I don't have your energy to work with. So this is basically for those who find my channel and want a reading. Okay, so this one is my Animal Totems deck, and it has a chunk of Labradorite. This is my Standard Tarot, and it has some Smokey Quartz. This is my Medicine Woman deck, and it has black Tourmaline. And this is my Vision Quest deck, and it has blue calcite. Or I'm sorry, yeah, blue calcite. So, alrighty, so take a few moments. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to, and which I'm going to try to figure out how to do. and then I will start doing the readings. This is going to be 1, deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4. And I will do my best to timestamp them. I'll go through and I'll list the times that so that you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can just watch the deck that you picked. Okay, here's the pause. Hey, welcome back. I hope it's going to work out the way that I want it to. We shall see. As you can see, this is my Animal Totem deck. I'm just going to do a good shuffle here. Say my little prayer. Guardian angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, and beings of love and light, I humbly ask that you help me to see what it is that those that come to my channel seeking your guidance need to see most. Please help me to understand your messages and to pass those messages on to those that are watching my channel in a manner that can be easily understood by them. And I thank you. Okay. Okay, it's saying let's do a little bit more shuffle and begin. Okay. So we have owl. That's excellent. Owl. Okay, so I'm going to put owl here. Oh, I hope this is going to work out well. And then let me put my Labradorite here and put owl up here. I will, if this works out, I will eventually purchase a setup that will enable me to do this so we don't have to do it at such an awkward angle. But let's see how this goes. Next is a possum. I love that. Okay. Third, okay, maybe we have a third card, please. Oh, look at that. Grouse. Okay. So I'm just going to set these here. All right, so we have already talked about owl and how, move my wrap over here. The owl is with the wisdom and the very clear vision. What's coming to me in owl is his talons. And do you see how the talons are open? He is in attack. So he is seeing. The owl is ready. He sees his prey, and he is now getting ready to grab it. Okay, so that says to me that for those of you who have been working at any particular goal or project, that the outcome of all that work, the results of all that work are right there, ready for you to get. A couple of things are hitting me with possum. And you can see this is the opossum. If you think about a possum, the they can pretend like they're dead, and they're pretty darn good at it. I heard a story. I'll go ahead and share this with you because it popped into my head that some people they found an opossum. They were sure that it was dead. They threw it in the garbage can, and 2 days later, it broke out of the garbage can. Okay, so evidently it spent a day just pigging out on whatever it could find in there, and then jumped out. So they really thought it was dead, and they were able to pick it up and throw it in there. So the opossum can really put on airs, as in this is and make you believe that this thing that they're showing you is reality. Okay, but it doesn't necessarily have to be so. They do this primarily for protection, and I'm feeling that this is for you, whoever it is that picked pile number 1 with the Labradorite on it, that for whatever reason, you are not allowing people to be close to you because you don't feel safe. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm feeling with opossum. But I'm also the message I'm getting with that card is it's time to let that down. It's time to be real. And the reason why I say that is because you can see that the number at the top of this card, it's 23. 2 and 3 reduced to 5. 5 is for freedom. 5 is for change. So it is time for you to let that go. To whatever it is that you have been, the front that you have been putting out there for others, let it go. Be who you are, and things will go better for you. And I'm hearing my guide say that if you wish to have a relationship and you meet someone, but you are not showing them the real you, how can they truly love you? They're loving the facade that you're putting out there. So, and that's kind of the message I'm getting. If you don't put out there the real you, then you cannot receive the blessings that are intended for you. There's always this block. Okay, now for grouse, I'm getting a message, and he's a bird. He's just another bird. You get 2 birds and an opossum. What I'm getting for grouse is that he takes care of the people. I'm feeling in this that the message that is intended for you is that the universe is acknowledging that you are protective of those you love, your children, your grandchildren, your spouse, your brothers, your sisters, your mother, your father. You're protective, your dearest friends. You're protective of your tribe, those that are near and dear for you. You will do anything for them. You will to make sure that they have what they need to be healthy and happy and wise, like the owl. Okay, so this is just a picture of you, whoever it is that found deck 1 with the Labradorite. So what I'm getting, what comes through from this is that you are truly a wonderful person to have as a friend, just simply because of how fierce you are when you are, with that protectiveness, with that, this is my friend or this is my loved one, and no harm will ever come to them, that kind of thing. With the message that if you, the advice that's coming from the universe is let down the shields. Be the real you. You see clearly. You know what's safe and what's not safe. If it is not safe, then you just leave it be. It's not for you. You don't need to put on a facade. You just walk away. Stay away from that person. Okay, I got a message. For somebody in particular, you are putting on this facade because you feel you have to achieve some goal. If you don't pretend that you are this person, then you feel that you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to reach this goal because someone who will look down their nose at you and will close the door in your face. They They will no longer help you or teach you or whatever it is that they're doing for you. And that's why you've been doing this. The universe is saying you do not need to do that. Be who you are. This person that you are dealing with doesn't need to know your deep dark secrets. They don't need to know your back history. Just be who you are in the moment, now, today. You've done all the work. You have achieved the status that you've achieved now. You are who you are now. You are not your past. So you don't need to, you don't need to hide anything. You are who you are. You're beautiful. You're strong. You're wise, and you see clearly. Let it go. Move forward. What I'm getting is that this person that you're putting this front on for, they know that something is off. They don't know what it is, but it makes them not trust you. And that really, because of how things are today, that's worse than them knowing your history. So let it go. Be who you are. Okay, there is no reason to fear. Okay. And that is all that I'm getting for deck 1. So I'm going to pause the deck again, and we'll go to number 2. This is my traditional tarot deck with the Smokey Quartz on the top. Okay, so let's see. Same little prayer. I ask my spirit guides, guardian angels, ascended masters, and other beings of love and light to help me to see what it is that needs to be seen, and to pass those messages on to those that have come to seeking your guidance. Please help me to pass those messages on to them in a manner that can be easily understood by them, and also help me to understand your messages. Okay, they're saying stop. All right, so first card, a gift from the universe. Ta-da! Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and then this is the Magician. I'm sorry. It's the Two of Pentacles. How about that? It's not the Magician. And this is the Hierophant. Okay. So for some reason or other, my guides were telling me just to take the top 3 cards. So that's why, usually I shuffle until they pop out, but it said just take the top 3. So the Ace of Pentacles, like I said, a gift from the universe. Generally, Pentacles has to do with monies. Things that are tangible, money, property, family, those kinds of things. This is a long-held dream. What I'm seeing in here, and this doesn't always pop out at me, but you see this hedge here with the archway in the background. Sorry, the hedge with the archway in the background. Okay, and then through it is the mountains. Well, I'm feeling like your dream has always been the mountains in the background, whatever that represents for you. And that the universe is giving it to you. All you have to do is follow the path and step through. And look how close it is right now. There's just this little teeny tiny little path. So I'm seeing a doorway in this. There's a white flower that lines the pathway. White is, like purity and blessings. So yes, definitely a gift from the universe. Then this is the Two of Pentacles, and then it's a progression. It goes from 1 to 2, which, doesn't, how, likely, you saw me shuffle, how likely is that to happen? So what I see here, though, is a little bit of juggling. That the things have been a little bit difficult for you. You've had a lot going on. I see, you're standing on one foot. You don't feel like, that you're secure. I was like, and for, this could be for people, like say, this is just what's popped into my mind. This is that, say you're a single mom. You are working full time, and you are trying to also take some classes because you want this dream. So that's what you've been working on. And because of all of those things on your plate, you have had a difficult time balancing it. I'm feeling that whoever this message is for, it has been very important for you to be able to be a good parent and also to be good at your studies. You're good at your job, but your job has just been a means for everything else, to to pay for the classes, to help care for your children, whatever the responsibility is. It could also be that maybe you're caring for elderly parents. I'm not clear on that, but just knowing for sure that you have a lot on your plate. So the job has been that you have now has been the means to an end. It's the job that you took that would provide for you the medical benefits and the income to be able to provide for your children or your elderly parents, keep the food on the table, pay the bills, and pay for these classes. I feel like this has been a long time coming for you guys, but because we've also got this gift from the universe, I feel that you are nearly, for most of you, you are nearly completed with this journey. And for some of you, you have just begun. But if you have just begun, just keep in mind that this is divinely guided. This is what you are supposed to be doing. So keep that in mind. The Hierophant it's kind of like the achieving a mastery in something. Okay, so it kind of goes along with, if you have been going to school or some other kind of study, is that you have achieved a mastery. It could simply be that you have gotten really good at juggling. It could simply be that there has been some kind of trauma that you sustained when you were younger that has affected your entire life, and you have been working diligently on that, and now you have mastered it, and that trauma no longer rules your life. What was the thing I heard the other day? Oh, yeah, we were talking about it in one of my classes, and it was the trauma is not your fault. However, you do have the capability of healing. You do not need to have to remain in victim mode for your entire life. So what this Hierophant is saying to me is that you have gone inward and you have done the work, and that you are no longer being smothered by whatever this trauma was, or whatever, not necessarily a trauma, but whatever this thing was that held you back in the past, it is no longer holding you back. All right, so this is really a good reading. So what this is saying for those of you who chose this pile is one of two messages. Either you have neared the completion of your studies, whatever that may be, and moving forward as a master. So basically dreams coming true. Or it is that if you are just beginning on a new journey in life, you're changing careers, you're taking classes, you are going to do something that you've just never done before. It is divinely guided, and you have the blessing of the universe on this. Okay, so that is deck number 2. Now this is deck number 3. This is my Medicine Woman deck with the black Tourmaline. Okay, same prayer. I humbly ask that my spirit guides, guardian angels, ascended masters, and the other beings of love and light help me to see what it is that needs to be seen, to understand the messages that you are passing on to me, and to be able to pass those on to those that have found this channel in a manner that can also be easily understood by them. And I thank you. Okay, they're telling me turn it around and do it this way. I don't really know why, but that's what they told me. Okay, so 3 cards. Oh, a little bit more than that. So we'll go ahead and we'll do them all. They kind of came out like this. It's a little mini, but I'll try to give you the messages and the way that they came out here. So sorry. when you get old, things just don't have, work as well as they used to. Okay, so they kind of came out like this. All right. So let's see if I can figure out the story. Okay, so in the first little stack that came out, we have the 8 of bowls. And in this one, I see a couple. This is really wonderful. I see this is I think this is about love, that this is a union that is blessed by the universe. I say that because you see the couple with the arms around each other looking out into the distance, and then here is a spirit guide in the background. So I feel that this union has been blessed, and that is what they're there for. They're asking for the blessings of the universe. This is the apprentice. This is called the Apprentice of Stones. But what I'm seeing in this is just a wonderful abundance. With this, I don't know if you can see this clearly, but this is a woman that it's getting a weird glare. I'm so sorry. She has her arms wide open. You can see there's a stalk of corn in front of her, but what you may not be able to see clearly is behind her. Here, in between her body and her open arms, there's just all kinds of fruits and vegetables. So I'm seeing abundance. And since this is with this couple, because this is blessed by the universe, that this union is going to be very, I want to say fruitful. That's the word that popped into mind. I'm not saying that it's about children, but it is that because this union is going to be, it's a good joining. If this is not about love, it could be business, and that is going to be a profitable business. But at any rate, it is a profitable union. This couple, whether it's business or it's a love match, they are going coming together. They are going to be able to just have a wonderful life. You're going to have so many blessings. You will not go hungry. The bills will be paid. You will have many joys. If you want to go travel, you can travel. It's a good union. You will have many, many blessings. And then the third card that kind of popped out with that, it's called the 9 of Arrows. And wow. Okay. Couple of things popped out to me. One, it sort of looks like the Earth from space. It's not really, but that's sort of what it looks like to me. And then I see that the person here has on a blindfold, and I sort of feel like it's pin the tail on the donkey. That what the two of you are going to do is you're going to just sort of, he's going to shoot that arrow, and wherever it lands, that's where you're going to go, or that's what you're going to do. That's going to be your next project. I feel like it's going to be a trip. I feel like if this is a couple, that you are going to go somewhere and actually bring. It's like you're going to go to like a third world country and bring them, show them how to garden, or show them how to have fresh water, or how to make a generator. You're going to bring something like that into their life. You are going to lift these people up. You're going to do that as a couple. I don't, and like I said, I don't know if this is a business. You're doing the same thing, and it could be both. It could be that this wonderful, loving couple that is blessed by the universe is going to take this idea to these underprivileged peoples, and help to improve their life. By through growing vegetables, fresh water. Improved methods of canning. I don't know, but that's the kind of message I'm getting. You are just going to bring so much. Abundance to these people. It's just really going to lift their, elevate their lives. And then these all kind of fell out in a bunch, and so they kind of go together. This is the Apprentice of Arrows. I see the same thing. It's like, teaching. You're going to teach whoever these people are, you're going to be teaching them. Let me pull these up so you can continue to see them. Teaching them, to hunt, to have fresh water, to, you are not going to leave until they have that. I think that's part of why this is blessed by the, this is blessed by the universe. Now, this is really weird, but I see there's a bird here. I don't know if you can see the bird, but when I saw the bird, my mind said phoenix. I got the word phoenix, like, the phoenix rising from the ashes. So I'm feeling like, wherever it is that you go, it's much more than that these people don't know how to do these things, as something has happened where they have lost these things. Like they're like perhaps the California fires. You're going to go there and you're going to help to restore, teach, the people that are there. But, there is going to be some teaching. But look at this. There's some, this is a building. It's called Four of Pipes. But what I see in here is these, again, it's a couple. It's a man and a woman, and they are building a house, a lodge of some kind. So I really feel like you are going to, definitely be going somewhere to assist in a major life-altering project. Maybe it is the California fires. I don't know. I'm not getting that clearly. But you are definitely going to be helping someone out. You're going to be working hard. You are going to be really, helping others. But you guys are going to get, whoever this couple is, you are going to get so much out of it. It's like you don't need any money. So you're not doing this for the money. You're doing this because what it does for your heart and for your spirit, because it makes you feel accomplished to have passed something on to someone else because you could and because they needed. And that's your only motivation. And so it will come back for you. And then these are the two cards that kind of fell out on their own. This is, it's Seeker, comparable to High Priestess in the traditional tarot. And so you got it, girl. And this is, I feel like this reading is specifically for a woman. And, it's female energy. Let me just put it to you like that. It is female energy. And, I'm just getting so strongly that what you're going to get out of this is more valuable than money, than possessions. This is really going to just propel you forward in, I want to say, the spirit realm. This whole project is going to increase your connection with spirit. That's the word. And I say that because of this. This is Seven of Pipes. And I see that, the person in the front is wearing pink off the shoulder gown outfit. So I'm thinking, again, female energy. And there's breasts there too. But in the background, there is more of a male form with feathers on the arms and on the legs. And then above is a deer that has wings and flight. So this is what makes me feel like this is going to propel you into a much higher connection with the spirit realm. And whether that is your connection with God and Jesus or the connection with your own spirit guides, whatever it is, that is going to be your ultimate reward in this. And it is going to be absolutely fabulous for you. Okay, that is that. And this is deck number 4, Vision Quest deck with the blue calcite. If you want to know what the stones mean, you can look them up online. They also have power. Okay, so same prayer. I humbly ask that my spirit guides, guardian angels, ascended masters, and other beings of love and light. Help me to see what it is that needs to be seen by those that find this channel, that have chosen this deck. Please help me to understand your messages and to be able to pass them on to those that are seeking your guidance in a manner that can easily be understood by them as well. And I thank you. Okay, let's see what comes up. Okay, here's 2. Balance, fulfillment, and they're saying pull this top card. Insecurity. Okay. Just set those right over there. So for whoever this is for, oh man, I feel like just looking at these cards here, I'm feeling like on the outside, you look like you got it. You got it all. But you're afraid it's not real. This is balance. So what generally, and there's so much joy in this. I mean, look at all the yellow, and then all of these spiritual connection, the pinks and the purples. There's dragonflies in here. Dragonflies are, they are of 2 worlds. They start out as larvae in the water, and then they are able to, they sprout the wings and they can fly. So they're of the air, so the water and the air. And then if you, they can actually do all 4 because they have they can land on the ground or they can land on the plants, and their wings are iridescent, so that can be fire. But basically there's balance. And then this woman here, she's got the pot balanced on her head. So for whoever this pile is for, you give the appearance in the world that you've got it all together. You do what is required of you, and you actually do it very willingly. You are continuing to seek to try to build yourself as a not just a healthy human being. And by health, I mean not only physical, but spiritual and emotional health as well. And you are continuing to strive to do that. And the world sees you as that. You have, and this is the 10 of water, and I want you to look at this. This is a woman with the pot, same pot on her head. And look at all the water, the abundance. See the rainbow in the background? The happiness. You have everything that you have ever set out to achieve. You have achieved it. You see it, the world sees it. But you think you're a phony. You don't think it's real. You don't think you deserve it. Do you see this? This is it's called the 5 of Earth. It has it's got this cracked vessel with dried up ears of corn in front of a building. It looks quite desolate. And I think, but I also want to draw your attention to the crows. Crows are magic. Okay, they are able to take, they go back and forth. They're able to connect you with the spirit realm. So for whatever reason, you have worked really, really hard. You have, for your entire life, you have all that you need. You have a wonderful connection with spirit. You have, even though I don't see it here, except for maybe in the dragonflies, I see family. You have a wonderful connection with family. You have a wonderful connection with your friends, but you feel like you're a fraud. I want to assure you that the only negativity in here is in your mind. It's because for some reason or other, even though you have done the work, you feel like you don't deserve this. You do. Whatever it was that happened to you when you were young, you had no control. I spoke earlier that whatever trauma happened to you in the past, it was not your fault. You can heal. You simply need to choose to heal. You do not show it to the world. There's a part of you that knows that you have the power to heal, but you feel like you don't deserve it. And because you feel like you don't deserve it, even though it looks like this, you don't allow yourself to enjoy. Look at this, all these wonderful things that you have. You know, you've got the wonderful balance and the spiritual connection. All of your basic needs are met. You have the possibility of happiness. Look at the rainbow. Look at this. That is beautiful. But you don't allow yourself to enjoy it because you don't think you deserve it. What do you think about that? So, what I'm getting a message from Spirit. They are tomorrow's a full moon. They are requesting, strongly urging, not even requesting, strongly urging that you spend some time in meditation, that you find this, whatever it is that makes you feel like you don't deserve, and let it go. Let it go. It no longer applies to you. You have done the work. You have struggled, my friend, and you have achieved wonderful things. Allow yourself to enjoy. Just allow yourself to to enjoy it. To allow yourself to joy. I have a thing here that caught my mind, or caught my eye. I've got my bulletin board is also up here. It has all my things on it that I find inspiring. One of the things that is on here is joyful, and it's hyphenated. Okay, so you know that joyful means full of joy, but the way that this is written, joyful. Okay, so you can have that. You just have to let this go to make room for it on the inside. So do some work, do some writing, figure out what it is that makes you feel like you don't deserve, and let it go. Now, I just got a little message there. This is just maybe for one or two of you. And the reason why you feel like you don't feel like you deserve is because you have a secret. There's something that you were doing that you feel horribly guilty about. Nobody knows about it except for you. And that is why you feel like you don't deserve it. So here's the thing. If this secret harms no one, it makes no difference. If this secret, you feel like it separates you from your joy simply because it's not approved of by society, then whoop-de-doo. Okay, that part doesn't matter. If it doesn't harm anyone, if it doesn't take away from your loved ones, if it doesn't, the only thing that it's doing at this point that I can see is that it is separating you from your joy. So come to grips with it. If it doesn't cause any harm, then stop feeling guilty about it. If it's causing harm, then get some help, stop doing it, so that it will no longer separate you from your joy. And those are the two things. And that's just how you have to look at it. If it's not hurting anybody, so what? Let it go. Okay? Just enjoy your life, and then you have this. You don't have to, the only reason why you have to be secret about it is because someone may not approve. Okay? But if it's causing harm to anyone in any way, including yourself, then you need to get some help on this so that you can have your joy. Okay? Those are messages from the universe. And that is it for deck number 4. Alrighty? I'm going to pull an oracle card just for some general advice for everyone. Hold on. Okay, I am back. So, this is my animal dreaming deck. And again, this is it's Australian animals. I'm feeling very strongly pulled to get another oracle deck for advice, but I haven't found it yet. So I'm continuing to use this one until it comes through. So spirit guides, guardian angels, ascended masters, and other beings of love and light that are participating in this reading, please help me to find advice for those that are watching. And this card practically jumped out. It's called Oyster Catcher. It's a bird, and it's about concealment. I do not believe that this is about that continue to hide stuff. I think this is about, I talked about it in a couple of things. A few of you have some secrets. And I believe that this card wants you to stop hiding, to come out, be who you are. Let me just grab the little book. I'm sorry, I should have had this ready for you. The number is 5 and on this card, and 5 is about freedom and change. So again, I don't think that it's about making a secret. Okay. Okay, a symbol of supreme mastery according to Christian tradition. The pearl is a metaphor for truth and wisdom. A beautiful seabird with a powerful bill used for prying open oysters. The oyster catcher has plumage stained with a mark that strongly resembles the sign of the crucifix. And that is, not evident on this card. I cannot see it. Christian tradition has it that the oyster catcher once concealed Jesus under a mass of seaweed when it learned of the danger he was in. Out of gratitude for its selfless act of concealment, the oyster catcher was marked thereafter with the sign of the cross to venerate its dreaming. Here we go. So long as you are not intentionally lying to anyone, including yourself, and no harm comes to anyone, including yourself. Didn't I just say this? All is as it should be. Oyster catcher is not a supporter of the concealment of truth as a means of controlling others, but rather as a way of protecting one's sense of security and self-esteem. Choosing not to reveal the truth is not necessarily lying. If the topic never arises, one does not have to speak of it. It is no one's business but your own, so long as it does not interfere with or damage another's view of the world. If you look at your life and realize that a portion of yourself is being repressed for reasons that no longer serve you, turn this aggravating grit of sand into something precious. Open up and reveal it as your pearl of wisdom, the aspect of yourself that you yearn to have seen as sacred and worthy of public scrutiny. If the oyster catcher has flown into your cards today, ask what side of yourself you are concealing from the world, either intentionally or inadvertently. What aspects are you attempting to hide from yourself? What facets of your life would you like to see revealed and honored by all? You are being reminded that there is a time and a place for everything, and that if it seems appropriate to conceal the truth of who or what you are, then do it. But if it now seems inappropriate, then stop. And we talked about that in several of the readings. There was a few of you that are putting on a front because you're afraid that whoever it is that has power over you now, it won't accept who you really are. And in the reading that I got for you guys, it was stop that. Just be who you are, because this person knows that you're being fake, and it's making them suspect that it's something other than what it is. Just be you. For some of you, you had a secret that you are afraid that others will look it down at you for, and it's causing, and that secret is causing you to not be able to enjoy your life because of the guilt. And what this is saying is, it doesn't matter. You don't have to tell them about it. But again, if it's not harming anyone, you don't have to feel guilty about it. You consider it just your secret little joy. Okay, it's just something that you do. So anyway, I'm going to hold this up here so you guys can pause it, take a picture of it, print it, whatever you want to do. But I want you to remember that unless your secrets are causing harm to someone, including yourself, then you do not need to feel guilty or shame for them. If they are harming someone, including yourself, then you seek outside guidance to help you to resolve it. Let go of the guilt and enjoy your life. Okay, that is it. You have a blessed day. I almost forgot to remind you to like and to share. And if you have not done so, please subscribe. It will really help my channel a lot. Let me know in the comments if you liked this version of my readings. If so, I will continue to do them. And if not, I won't do it again.